Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance.
So, good morning again. Wow, it is Friday here. Bright and early, 7:15 a.m., getting all ready for work. Next week, I am going to be going to Boston and Salem to see some friends, and I'm kind of excited about that. So, I can't guarantee if I'm going to be doing my morning meditations because I'm pretty much going to be on vacation and kind of excited about that, and don't know if I'll be getting up every morning and have the space, the time, the room, but we will see. I'll try and post something. So, and so I was thinking, especially yesterday and this week, so I love reading for people. I love doing live readings. And also, I'm a musician also. And so it's funny because sometimes you do readings and you lay the cards out. And I'm kind of good at reading the story. And sometimes when I kind of scratch my head and I'm like, oh my gosh, this person's paying for a reading. And I'm not sure what this means. And then the conversation starts. And it's amazing how beautiful or how connected the stories are when somebody just looks at it and says, oh, I know exactly what this means. And then the conversation starts. And the moment somebody says, the elation, it's amazing how great I feel when somebody says, when I look down and it's like I see something, but what resonates with you? Is there anything? And they say, oh, I know exactly what this means. You have no idea that feeling. It's so good. Especially because I try and always give answers. It's like, I don't want to just have somebody come back and say, okay, well, let's work on this again next week. It's like my goal, by the time I'm done, I do generally 2 spreads. One's a question spread to find out what the question is. Because everybody comes in and says, I have a general question, or it's about my love life, or it's about family, or whatever. And so when I do my question spread, I use a French spread for the question spread. The question is never what they think it's going to be. And what I always tell people is that if you don't know what the question is, then even if I gave you an answer, you wouldn't know what to do with it. So it's just one of those feelings again where when working with somebody and the elation I feel when they look down and they say, oh, I know exactly what this means. Because generally those conversations just end up with a hug. I do the next spread and I feel like there's a connectedness, and I just wanted to share that because I felt that again last night when I was doing live readings at the shop. And it just felt really good. So that's just me. So anyway, but what are we doing here? And, well, thank you, Marie. I'm hoping I have a pretty good time too. I'm going to have to post something from Salem because I will never go to Salem again on a Halloween. My gosh, it's like Disney World. So, but now that I'm sitting here listening to the cards, it's time to just kind of remember. It's like, oh yeah, let's take that breath. How are my feet? And are they flat? Is my butt comfortable? What about my shoulders and neck? And it's all about that light switch going from my prior mode, all the excitement, everything, to like, oh yeah, let's see if I can connect out with something out there. So let's see what the cards have for us today. Let's see if we can make that connection. Well, thank you, Maria. Okay, so why are we here instead of just hearing me talk? It's about that daily meditation. It's about the daily reflection. It's about having the universe hold a mirror up to us and the universe ask us, what do we see? Because sometimes we could have the obvious sitting right in front of us and we don't even see it. So it's one of the reasons why I use the tarot. So what do we see today? I'm feeling very nostalgic today. If that's not a weird sense to get out of the blue, but in a positive way. Or maybe it's gratitude. Not quite a million yet. The tarot has not made me $1 million yet, but it's not all about the coins, it's about the cups, right? Ooh, what a good phrase. It's not about the coins, it's about the cups. Good morning, Joey. I'm going to make a shirt that says it's all about the cup. It's not about the coins, it's about the cups. That would be a good shirt. So I'm going to make our 3 stacks. Each one of these is like a different thread going out to the universe. Each one's a different thought or conversation. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this conversation will lead down one path, this a different one, this is a different one. Whichever path we choose, we're actually leaving 2 conversations behind. And I really love that concept. So this morning I'm going to take the bottom stack, which sometimes is what's underneath and we don't even see it. It's what influences us. I'm going to do our 3 in 1. It's not about the coins, it's the cups. Wow. So, I'm going to flip each card over one at a time like it's a page in a book. And we have the 2 of cups, the coming together. So cups are what? Spirituality, emotions, and feelings. And 2s are about finding that balance. Maybe the good feelings I'm having this morning may reflect out to other people. I'm hoping, because here we have the star. And the star can be a guide. It can be hope. It can be that influence out there that gives us direction. And she's holding 2 cups. Followed by a big giant cup, which is the Ace of Cups. So looking at this right off the bat, oh my God. Do you know what this looks like? This is like the coming together. 2 people, 2 groups. I have never mentioned the word politics ever on the videos. But it's almost like 2 groups, 2 people, 2 lovers, two coming together. And remembering as we all get mixed together that we're all the same essence to become one large cup. So this is literally the coming together in our life, in our lives. 2 essences, What happens when we bring those essences together? Wow. Even if I don't do any other spreads this week. The advice card is the Five of Wands. Fives are that challenge. Wands are fire and energy. This is a card of fighting. This is a card of, I always say that this is like, Christmas dinner at my family's house where, it's not so much that we're fighting, but it's whoever has the loudest voice wins. So I think this is like the perfect spread for going next week. Yeah, going into next week and everything else. We have our cups are separate. In this country, in relationships, they're separate. But if we can bring them together, again, it could be the country or it could be in our relationships. If we bring them together, just like we see right here, then we'll realize that we're all actually in the one same cup. We're all just raindrops in the ocean. But when we're that individual raindrop, we think that it's like, I am special. I am an individual. I don't want to join the ocean. And yet when we join the ocean is when we realize that we're actually, that we are part of the entire world. It's just scary no longer being a raindrop. Because if that's all we know is being a raindrop, the ocean is frightening. And again, this is just if we can put our words down, if we can put our angers down. The advice card is stop the arguing. See more of what we have in common. That we are all the exact same. In two separate cups, it feels like we're different. I mean, we're just meat sacks with a spiritual essence. We're just meat sacks. And yet we all want to be so individual and so right. But ultimately, we all get mixed back into that primordial juice. And we're all the same. I'm like, wow. So that is what I have for today. And this has given me a lot to think of for today, for this week, everything else. And I hope everybody here has an amazing day, an amazing next week if I don't make it. But this is going to be a spread that I'm probably going to remember. And as my new saying is, it's not about the coins, it's about the cups. But again, everybody, Maria, Joey, thank you, and I will talk to you all later. And have that amazing week if I don't make it to any of the videos. I have 500 others. If it might be just close your eyes and get your own personal reading just by going to one of my other playlists. So with that, take care, and I will see you later.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. The stories we have found in the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figure. Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand.